Breathe, that is all you can do. When the sun's coming up in the morning and the light's peeking through. This is an old Stella guitar. It's kind of inspired a whole whack of new songs, and this guitar is a new chapter in my life. And for each new chapter I buy a new guitar. So. Right. I have, and it just comes up as a black basketball player, so and that's not me. Forgive, no matter what it is. You don't need the nonsense, it weighs on your conscience. You never do get free. You know what? It's one of those things. It's so day by day. It's so minute by minute. But I think larger themes, I would say, you know, like I talked about with people earlier and told people before, pain really brings out a lot of the lyrics and inspires me to write. I write really really easily. It just flows out of me when I'm going through really tough times. And I find just for an artist, if you're gonna write a song and yeah, try going through something really painful. Don't volunteer to do it, but when you do go through something painful, and try writing a song if you're a songwriter when you're in a lot of pain. So just some of that gut-wrenching pain, just kind of, you're really honest with yourself when you're in those moments of despair. So you really write just out of honesty. So you're not trying to impress anybody. You're just writing from the heart. So those are the best songs. This is life that never gives you no peace. Tell you everything. Life is still so new to me, but I am hanging on. I think even through my music, even though some of my songs are sad and there's a little bit of heartbreak in there, but really at the end of the day they're kind of like modern like psalms, because I sing about pain, but then at the end I'm like, but have hope, kind of thing. So like, keep your head up, kind of thing. I think that would be my message. You know, have hope.
Maybe some of those songs are maybe written for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, my songs are they're like, Josh, have hope. Like, you know, from the last year of my life, you know, I've lost a lot and gone through a lot of pain, and so there's a lot of those days where you just have nothing but hope. So it's just kind of, you think, you're like, well, should I roll out of bed today or just kind of stay in bed, you know? But then you realize, you know, God's given me this day, God's given me this life, and I need to have hope, and it can always be worse. As terrible as the situation is that I'm in, it can always be worse. So just always trying to stay positive. Sigh at what you had. You don't have it now, and there's no use living in the past. Forgive, no matter what it is. My definition of success is I think it's more personal. Because I think everybody's measure of success is different. You know, some people strive to be wealthy, some people strive to have a nice car, some people want to write a couple songs and feel good about themselves. So I think for me, I think success to me is, at the end of the day, being honest with myself and my writing, and then being able to share it with people, anyone who's willing to listen. So it comes back to touring again. I think if a purpose to go on tour is just to share my music, and just hopefully it inspires. As long as I've inspired people, if I'm not inspiring people anymore, then it's not, you know, it's not worth it. So I really want, at the end of the day, at least if I get one smile out of someone, if I sing a lyric or a melody that brings a smile or a laugh or makes their day, then it's worth it. It's success to me. I mean, a lot of songwriters are very insecure. I know I am. So, just about well, they like my songs, and I'm not up on stage like throwing up or anything, or nervous in front of everybody. But really, in your heart of hearts, you're kind of like, well, I hope they like my stuff, and nobody likes rejection. So.
But I won't tell you everything. Life is still so new to me, but I am here.
I've always said I have two lungs. One breathes for worship and one breathes for my folk side of my music. So they're both going at the same time all the time. It's kind of in my own heart while I'm writing folk songs. I kind of, some of the lyrics are just me being honest with God, kind of a little me and God conversation going on in my folk lyrics. They're not outright worship tunes, but just a little secret something, a little, God knows, little inside stories that him and I have going on. So stuff like that. So when I play them live, there's just a special connection that only God and I have, kind of thing. So.